Now, many of you already know that right now in China, it is a national holiday which started last week Friday, and it's ending this coming week on Friday the 6th of October. Now, this is a holiday that of course has brought some of course disturbance in the deliveries from some of our favorite EV stocks like NIO. I mean, NIO, you will know that of course in the last week there's no doubt that we saw of course their numbers coming down quite sharply due to this holiday, which, ladies and gents, it is ending this week on Friday. This means that, of course, even on the NEV insurance registrations report that we might get to see next week on Tuesday, we are to expect the low NEV insurance registrations figures or numbers coming out of NEO. Now, with that, you will know that on Friday, the good thing that we saw at the start of that holiday or of this holiday, we saw total swaps completed per day on the NEO battery swapping station getting to over 76,800, of which over 22,000 of those swaps were done on the highway, which just means that a lot of people were traveling at the start of these holidays. Now, something that is really good is that, ladies and gents, today, or on the report that was released today, it showed that yesterday was yet another day where we saw a record or on an all-time record when you look into the kind of battery swaps that were completed per day. Because I see on the screen, you notice that NEO users, ladies and gents, yesterday completed over 77,000 swaps on a single day, of which out of those 77,000, over 25,000 of those swaps were done on the highway, meaning that chances are some of the people that had went to holidays, some are already returning, which is something that of course would make sense because the holiday is going to an end. Now, this is good news to NEO because, ladies and gents, we are seeing numbers continuing to increase during these holidays, which is something that of course it just shows you that the battery swapping station technology that NEO introduced, it is working to those that have subscribed to BUS. Because instead of you going to spend over an hour charging your car from 0 to 100% into charging stations, you can just swap the battery in your car in less than 5 minutes from these battery swapping stations that NEO is currently deploying. And you will know that at the moment, NEO, or as of yesterday, NEO had around 1,933 battery swapping stations, which is something that is incredible because you will know that NEO's target this year is to finish the year over 2,300, of which they plan to get that before the month end of November. This is something that is good news because the more they deploy this, is the more swaps we will see being completed on a single day. So this is good news because this is an extra income or an extra revenue that goes into NEO. Because one of the good things that we saw or we are seeing is that those people that are traveling long distances, they are also upgrading their batteries from a 75 kilowatts battery to a 100 kilowatts battery, which they pay roughly $6.80, which is something that is good because that upgrade in itself, before we check or go to the revenues that their NEO is generating from, of course, the battery swaps themselves, they are generating these kind of revenues from just the upgrades before the actual, of course, people pay the subscription of the battery swapping station service that they enjoy or get to enjoy on a month to month. This is a unique technology to NEO, and one of the good things is that NEO not only is it deploying or making sure that this technology is there to their users in China, but they are also, of course, deploying this battery swapping station technology everywhere they sell their cars, like in 5 European countries or 5 countries in Europe where they are currently selling their cars. This is something that is good news to those that are investing onto NEO because, like I said, this is a unique thing to NEO that is not being deployed or being done by any of the EV companies out there. And it makes me to be really excited to say that it is showing that NEO is really doing good because, ladies and gents, right now NEO, they're just left with a couple of few days until they complete 30 million swaps, which is something that is good news, or that will be a very good milestone for NIO, because ladies and gents, this is something that, like I said, we are seeing so many of the people that buy the NIO cars enjoying doing, which is something that is good news right now. Of course, before I forget, I also you already know that this video is just an entertainment video and not a professional financial advice video. Now I would appreciate if you can just hit the like button if you are enjoying the content that I'm giving you about NIO completing over 77,000 swaps yesterday on the NIO's battery swapping stations, which are currently deployed in China. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, because on this channel NIO is one of the stocks that I talk a lot about, because I believe in their fundamentals, their future prospects, and I believe that those that are persevering throughout these headwinds in terms of the share price are definitely going to be rewarded in the longer term, because NIO, it is that company that is set to do very well. So I was very excited to, of course, see a new record yesterday, or which came out yesterday, because ladies and gents, this means that this infrastructure, battery swapping station infrastructure, it is working to the NIO users, which is why they're using it more often. And I personally think that especially as we head towards Friday, or in fact tomorrow, we might get to see yet another record, based on the fact that a lot of people now will be coming back, heading back to their homes from their holiday destinations, which chances are very high that we might get to see yet another daily record when you look at the total battery swaps that are completed per day, which is something that will be so good. And otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought, like I said, I should just give you this quick update. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. And once subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell, so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And before you buy NIO for the very first time, it is always good that you do your own due diligence, so that at least you don't get to panic sell based on the share price, or how the share price is behaving. It really helps a lot, because sometimes due to sharp fall, sharp drops, some retail investors tend to panic sell, and of course miss the opportunity that this stock can offer to those that are in it for the longer term. Otherwise, that's all from me, and God bless you all.